All right, we are back. Ended last episode pretty strong here at 32, 18, and 8. I want to say we ended the month pretty well here. I think we started, about 500 and caught fire there at the end. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it was a 3-game losing streak in there, actually. But as I say, we had 5 points or 6 points in 7 games there. Or points in 6 of 7 games, I should say there. Played pretty well there. There's a little bit of a win streak going on there. I thought there was one there for a bit. A 6-game win streak the team had there in the middle of January. So that was big for him. 8 out of 9 there, it looks like. But we're at the trade deadline, and we're going to take a look and see how things are going here. I think I seen one of you guys suggest a potential move in, what was it? Was it Savoie, I want to say? Proposed trade. Yeah, it's there. Okay, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure before the trade deadline. I think it was Savoie. And you know what? We'll take a look at Savoie here. Savoie being third liner. 7 goals, 25 assists, playmaker. He's 21. 21's kind of key there. How many years has he got left? 1 year, actually. I wonder what Savoie wants. So is he a guy I think we may have tried signing potentially earlier? And he said, get out of here. We don't love you that much. And I was like, all right, it's fine. But that's kind of, hurtful to the heart there. Yeah, he doesn't want an extension. So let's see what offer a contract extension just to see what he wants. Man, that can't be accurate. Canadian extension dollars remaining 25. He wants $2 million for 2 years. Is that really all he wants? I like the idea of trading him still, but I think we look at what else we got going on here from a lines perspective. And even though he's that cheap, though, that's crazy. Because, see, here's the thing. He's on a third line. We look at our lines, if we're trying to go for the playmaker, sniper, power forward combo. We have playmaker and Lafreniere. I think that's, the guy we want to keep around as long as possible. Even though Savoie is 21, he's 2 years younger. You have Byfield, you have Line, but again, we'll look at Lafreniere's contract, 6 years left. So he's going to be here for a while. You have Costassin, who's a two-way forward right now, who, again, we have to find a spot for him just because he is going to be that franchise potential guy who is currently an 88 overall, killing it. You have Shingtime, who's our playmaker right now, who I think, isn't he cheaper? 4 years, 5.5 million, 4 years. Man, that actually, but Shingtime's only a year younger, really, or a year older. I thought he was younger than that, or older than that. Shingtime's 22, Savoie's 21, so we're getting him at 5 years at 20. He's a playmaker, right? Yeah, correct. 96 defensive awareness. You would think almost one of the two, right? You'd almost want to move one of the two. And it looks like Savoie's struggling on the defensive awareness, 84. It's not progressing quite like Shingtimes did there. Shingtimes just skyrocketed. He's got the shot, though. 95 on the power, but 70 on the accuracy. So he's got the shot power, which shouldn't say he's got too much of a shot. He's still roofing him about a mile over the top of the net. But he's got a good passing abilities here, right? He's a 93, 94, 93 hand-eye. Deaking's decent, I guess, if you want to go down that route as well. He's not winning face-off draws, and he's supposed to because he's a center. Maybe it's because we don't put him at center. That might be affecting him a bit there. I'm assuming we don't. I think we've had him at wing for the majority of the year, right? Yeah, he's only taking 25 draws, but he's taking draws the years before that. So if we're not to progress there, it's not too hot either there. We'd like to have that playmaker, that versatility there. So it's possible. Foligno's still at 78. Well, it was Foligno that we moved, right? See, if we moved Savoie +1, we have Foligno +9. Foligno is a good ad. We had him benched there for a little bit. We just have too many playmakers. Really, it could be... I personally... What's Rossi getting paid, though? 2 years still. I kind of like the Rossi move better. Just because, how's he look? Well, his defensive awareness in 87. His passing's about the same, really. They really progress the passing the way these guys grow. He's got a better shot, too, at 23. So, again, he's 2 years younger, right? Savoie's 21. Or 2 years older, I should say. Savoie's 21. It really comes down to if Savoie wants that money. I do think we definitely have... We have too many playmakers laying around. There's no question about that. And I think that's what could be, the downfall of this team if they struggle is that bottom six... putting up a -11 like Marco Rossi is right now, Furlan. Marco Rossi, again, I want to see this guy progress so badly. I just want to see him do good. And it seems like every year, then that bottom line struggling a little bit. How did he do last season, actually? We'll take a look before we dog him too much here. I'll go back over here to the plus minus. He is -9, -23. And he was part of that -147 beautiful season. He had a +23 1 year. How did that happen? I don't know how he had a +23 when he was tanking. That's not been a tanky year all the way. He had a good season, 74 points. Is that the right Ottawa Senators? Is that not Belleville? Am I missing something there? Maybe. He did have that year in Belleville, too. He had a good end as a -23. That's killer. Rossi. We'll take a look at the trade values for these guys, I guess, right? Even the defensive stats. So you look at Rossi, 28 giveaways, 46 takeaways. And you go to Savoie, who was, I think he was a lot better than that, right? Killing it. Yeah, 60 takeaways, 22 giveaways. Lays the body a lot more, which is interesting when you take a look at the defensive awareness comparison to the two, right? Isn't Rossi's a lot better? Nah, it's only 87. He really isn't that much better. It does look like Savoie is the better defensive player. 96 checking, 85 shot blocks. Yeah, I like Savoie better here, actually. I'll be honest. I know you guys already suggested moving Savoie. Maybe we keep Savoie. He's younger. If he wants to stay, that's what's killing us, right? How much time do we have in this trade deadline? If he can stay, I think he doesn't want to be here. But at $2 million a year, I think he lowered his contract expectations again. They're bouncing back and forth so much. Yeah, we have plenty of time to offer him a contract. I want to say we was offering him close to $4 million before, right? I think we was offering him $4 or $5 million, and now he just wants $2 million. The way it bounces back, I think we take that chance at the end of the year with Savoie and hope that he is a guy that we can keep down the road here. Where'd Savoie go? To go right past him? Yeah, we did. And hopefully he wants to sign with us by then. Just because, see, look at that. Yeah, he wants 2.65 now. I don't know why he wants so little. We want this guy as long as possible. And then you know what happens? You get him that long-term contract that cheap, it just doesn't grow no more. That's the rules. EA makes them. I just try to follow them. Maybe that's just bad luck with Drysdale. Really could have been. But, man, I'd like you to get... really, at an 83... I'd give you way over that, buddy. I mean, we was willing to offer you way more earlier anyway. Let's have the guy in lockdown until he's 26. We'll worry about more down the road there, I guess. I'm not really interested in this, but I'll consider it. I'll get back to you shortly. Wow, you really did hit us with that message. You're not interested in an extension. Yeah, we'll take a look real quickly at the trade values of these two. Rossi's is probably low. I think he's a medium or a low elite, isn't he? Is he low elite? Maybe that's why it's a better idea to get rid of Savoie. Yeah, Savoie's got stupid trade value. Man, see, that's the thing, right? Do you want to put a third liner with that kind of trade value? I mean, Rossi kind of fits the bill. He's a top 6 forward potential. Get out of here, Rossi. Come on. Come on, Rossi. You want to do... But it's a liability, though. He's killing us. He's a bottom 6 guy with no defensive ability. He's got to go, I think. Man, I can't believe Savoie's got that sort of trade value. We'll see what he says about this trade real quick. Or not trade, this contract real quick. I mean, they might both have to go. Making big moves at the deadline. We need a better bottom 6. We really were very good. Was it this year or the year before? It was a year where our team was still low overalls on defense, but we had a very good bottom 6 as far as, bigger guys that could go and, they played good defensively. We threw these two-way forwards down. He's going to reject our offer. I'm not interested in extending my contract with the team at the moment, though if you offer was a little bit better, we're going to offer him one more time. Because it was I knew for a fact it was like $4 million. Right, it was $4 or $5 million he wanted before, and we was gonna make that work. But again, you put him on. I don't even know if we need him. Again, we'll extend him though and worry about that down the road. I think where you talk about maybe we do trade him. Maybe we trade him right now. It'd be a crazy trade though. I don't want to. I think we try to make a play. See, he raised what he wanted, right? And now he only wants 1 year. He raised his asking price, and now he's down to only wanting 1 year for $2 million or whatever it is. We're gonna go up to $4 million. And we're going to say 4 years, and we'll see if he takes that or not. I'm going to say he does it, and we're just going to have to probably drag him out just because of how well he's playing defensively. And I want to see if we can get this thing. We can wait till the end of the, after the trade or draft, we have to move him, I think, right? It lets you do that. Correct me if I'm wrong there. Just because I want to see if we can try to get ourselves a cup here. It was an easy decision to renew my contract. Perfect. I'm telling you, I love the way EA's contract extensions work. We're going to look back at that and see that it wasn't that $4 million. I could have swore, though, it was $4 or $5 million that he wanted last time we tried dealing with him, and he said no. And this time we got him 4 years for $4 million, so that's nice. So we're going to take a look at what we can get for Rossi, though. Again, how's the contracts looking as far as cap space is concerned here? Maybe get a guy for 1 year, maybe even 2 years. We got all kinds of cap space. $17 million. It's because we're saving it, right? We got to save it for Costas, and he's got another year on the books still. Patrick Laine is going to be out the door at 26. We'd like to keep that. I noticed that about our snipers, right? We got to keep a couple snipers on the team here, and we're going to keep Costas. That's going to be tough. That is gonna be tough. We got Lafreniere and Byfield, though. Byfield's a big hit there, getting him at $6 million. Guy's a stud, so that was good that we could steal him right there. Hagman's gonna want paid as well, right? Hagman's got to get paid. We gotta be careful. So we definitely don't want to lock somebody probably too long term. Maybe we get a bottom 6 guy in free agency if we go that direction too. So let's see what we can see here. We'll look at the fine trade thing, even though usually they don't offer us too much enticing there. We'll fine trade here for Marco Rossi real quick. See if there's anything at all out there that might entice us. Kostopoulos, how's he doing? 20 years old, he's in the NHL, right? 80 overall. I'm surprised he has a better trade value because he's the top 4 defenseman, but he's been progressing really well. 80 overall right now. So let's go, Rossi. What do you guys got for Marco Rossi out here? So we have Roslovic. We don't want a center that is $3 million and nothing else. I don't think that's an expensive center. How long has he got left? 1 year. You are not getting Rossi for a 1-year rental of Roslovic. Get out of here, Anaheim. We're gonna look at the trade though. We're gonna get out of the trade because I don't know anything about Roslovic here. He's got 1 year left. They want to trade him. He's 84 overall, 2-way. Ooh, you high Roslovic. I don't want to pay that much for you though. I was hoping with Rossi we could get a bottom 6 guy and maybe a draft pick in there, like a second-ish or something maybe. Roslovic isn't a bad option though. Forward line 3 could be in there as well. The penalty kill and the power play. Minus 24, good joke. Good joke. I hope the rest of your team is playing like that. That is not good. Minus 24. How's everybody else doing? Oh, I got Morgan Riley over here. Hello, Morgan Riley. The whole team's struggling, but man, still at a minus 24. I can't do that. Sorry, Roslovic. I don't know why you're struggling that badly, but we can't take that chance if you're playing that badly on that team. I wish you could go straight back to the menu there when you did that, but oh well, we'll go right back here and refilter it one more time. That's why I didn't want to click on it, because then we have to reload all this up real quickly here. But we'll see what we got. Roslovic, no. Cannoli, see, that's better. 2/3 in Cannoli. We'll take. I think he's older, right? 1 year left. They're willing to send him out the door. Kempe, 2/3 as well. A second and a third from Boston, but we don't need a defenseman. We're looking for a bottom 6 guy. Ruchin has got 3 years left at an entry level. Is that an entry level guy? Ruchin? How's he looking there? How does Ruchin look over here on the, what was that, Calgary? Carolina. They want to get rid of him. Yeah, he's got 3 years left. Is he younger? What is he? An AHL guy. Yeah. We'd love to have an AHL guy. Fair though. He's got top 6 forward potential, but we're looking for a guy to fill in right now, so that's not going to happen. You fell for it, didn't you? You fell for it, didn't you, Phil? You want to get rid of Drysdale. Even on that cheap year. Look at that, 7 years, $2 million. Who wouldn't want to keep that contract unless he literally didn't progress anymore? That's a steal of a contract. Sasaki, 7 years on Philly as well. Rammer! Ram Jason. That's how you spell Rammer's name, right? And even, oh no. Is he actually in the game? No, Stanley. Okay, I seen S. All right, we had to look though. It looks like Carolina's got the most to offer here. They really want this guy. They're saying a first and a third. I think it's the best we've seen is getting as far as a first. And like, we wouldn't mind a first. Again, a first and something else. I don't want the third. Obviously, we'd like to, maybe it's a bad pick right now because of how well they're doing. Maybe Rossi comes over, drops like a minus 50 for them, and, helps us out there. Look at this team. Sebastian Aho, Teravainen, Nachos, Perfetti. Oh, we traded them Perfetti. No wonder they're doing so well. These guys love dealing with us. They're like, thanks for Perfetti. We appreciated that. 1 and 2 more business, of course. We want to see if these guys have any bottom 6 guys. He's only 22. They want to get rid of McTavish. Simpson, too young. I don't care about the trade value. I care about the overall. We're just trying to get a bottom 6 guy. Even if he's a cheap guy for 1 year. Let's see what we have here. 82 in Vatnin. Nope. Bach. Oh, wow. He's got some stats. 94 defensive awareness. 92 shot. I like this guy. How's he look this season? Forward line. Oh, our top 6 forward lines. We're going to make him bottom 6, then he's going to like it. He's a +7 this season. He's been on the 4th line. That's his role, so he'll be fine there. I don't know if they'll give us him in the first. I doubt it. But that is an interesting player right there. 1 year left, though. He's going to want paid after this. How old is he? 25, top 6 forward. I don't think you can go wrong with this guy, though. He looks solid across the board here. You can't win face-offs, which actually 65% in the dot. Taking 30 draws. Or, 30 draws? Yeah, 30 draws. 19 by 29. The giveaway takeaway is not that pretty for some reason. What's he doing wrong here? Giveaway takeaway could be better. But it's I still like the stats. I want to believe he can play better. Is that a bad idea there? Do I want to believe? Rossi first. Hurricanes. What do you guys think? Not a chance. Okay, you're completely barking up the wrong tree here. Get it, bark, bach. They're funny. They crack me up over there in Carolina. But we already have a first. That's right. We wouldn't mind giving you up a third. Bach's got some trade value, I guess, right? Trade rejected. You're completely off the wrong tree. You've done all the right meeting our trade block needs, but the value you're asking for isn't quite there. We might add a 4th. Again, as far as I'm concerned, and you guys can always correct me if I'm wrong, there's nothing to do with these later on draft picks anyway. They're just so irrelevant. And you don't really pick anybody up unless you do get the rare elite. I should be careful what I say there, right? We did see the rare elite come in there. I don't think we can give Carolina another good player, though, if they're not willing to pay up. As far as, that's concerned, Carolina's just been too good. They're pretty good right now. They're 33-18. They're going to be a problem in our conference. We don't want to load their team up too much there. So we'll say no to them. And we will look at the other team that was willing to, I think, give up a first-round draft pick for Rossi there. I mean, we don't have to get a first-round draft pick for Rossi. I think it'd be nice because I just, you know, we got a lot of depth here as far as younger guys are concerned. And you always want to replenish the system, but I don't really see a complete need to be like, let's just trade away young players and not get some sort of farm system return. I thought there was another first-round draft pick in here somewhere. Where was it? First. Are they taking it off the table? Was there not a first here? Did we miss it? There it is, Washington. We'll see what Washington has to offer here. They got to be a team that's contending as well, right? They are, yeah, 37-18. Well, they're going to be a team in our way in the division. That's really dangerous. I think any team that really wants to do any trading here is teams that are contending, of course, right? Terrell Harros, he's looking solid there. Could be better on the defensive side of the puck. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't get the first round pick after all. I'm going to start right here in the middle of the pack wheelhouse here. We'll just go down the list here. Engvall, +1 this season. Stats could be better. Terry, 88, 82, 84, 284. I like that, though. Forward line, that's kind of what we're looking for. 81, he's looking solid this season. 32 points on maybe the third line. Maybe some power play time there for him, which is good. I think, you know, Rossi was getting some power play minutes in there. Stats aren't terrible. I really like what I'm seeing out of Donato. Ryan Donato is a -9. Sometimes the stats just don't do justice for a guy, though. He may be playing on a struggling Minnesota team, though. We'll see how he's looking across the boards. -9, -5. Maybe he just doesn't play too well, period, in this game. 40 takeaways, 34 giveaways. You can't beat that Savoie takeaway giveaway. That stuff is nasty that he's got going on here. Tippett's, yeah, he's a sniper. I don't think he's a two-way guy. Neither are you. Two-way and Kapanen. Forward line 4. He's got some decent stats there. I get 9 goals, 24 assists. Not the greatest there. Galchenyuk, nope. Hoglander, decent two-way. He's got some decent stats here. Shot blocking's not really there, but it is what it is. He's 5'9". What do you expect? He's playing well across the board everywhere else there, it looks like. How's he looking as far as giveaways are way over the takeaways there? I mean, I think that was just an outlier of what we're seeing out of some of our guys there. 26 penalty minutes, 6+ on. That's the same guy you think of. Duh. Frederick, +9, power forward. That's a nice addition. Ooh, we are enticed. Forward line 4. Sign me up. 1 year left. 27. A little bit of veteranness in him. I ain't even going to look at the stats because I know I won't like him. 40 by 37. 84 hits, though. We're going to try to get Frederick here off of the Boston Bruins and see what we can make happen here. Frederick, Boston Bruins. They're 26-29. A little bit of a selling team. A little bit of a rebuilding team. You gotta want Marco Rossi, though, if you're rebuilding, right? Yeah, and they do. A lot of teams are interested in him. Again, the trade value is... I don't think we're going to get much more than Frederick out of Rossi. That's unfortunate there. Yeah, their second-round picks got some value because they kind of suck over there in Boston. That's not going to happen. We'll send it. Trade rejected. Pretty off base there. We're going to go a little bit lower. I don't know if we're going to get any pick from these guys. We might try Winnipeg. Why is the Winnipeg 4th worth more than theirs? I guess Winnipeg's been struggling this season. We'll try the Winnipeg 4th. Trade accepted. Okay, maybe we went a little low there. We got a 4th for Rossi and a bottom. See, the problem is we got to re-sign this guy now. That's why I think I'd rather the first-round draft pick. But you got to pay for the bottom 6 guys, I guess. And hopefully he's a guy that, you know, we can't, again, you know, sign for the long term here. I imagine they said, let's stick him in the AHL because why not? Let's see, AHL Darlene. We got to fix these lines anyway because we have Darlene here. He is in the AHL. So we'll call him up real quickly here and take care of these lines. All right, so we have, we're starting to get into an area where we have a plethora of defensemen. Didn't expect this. Ezra Gianta, the 19-year-old low elite defenseman selected in the 6th round. 6th round. This man, 83 overall. He has progressed like no other in the AHL this season, and we had to call him. Look at these stats. 98 shot blocking, 93 stick checking, 83. The defensive awareness obviously could be better, but the defensive stats in general. This is a defensive defenseman with a 91 accuracy on this shot, 90 on the passing, 89 on the hand-eye. I think we had to call him up, right? Had to call him up. What scares me here, and I am super... It makes me nervous now because I'm starting to wonder if the fact that we brought Drysdale up for a couple seasons, we brought him to the AHL, and then we called him up again a year later, if that affected his growth. And I'm worried about that with Modine. And I'm starting to think this guy's he's been a 79 though, and we might need to replace him. We just got so many other guys, the medium elite. We got so many other guys laying around on this team. We have Dumoulin, we have Lindgren, we have Wall, all these guys that can play defense for this team. And how is Wall? Again, nobody wants to play on the second or third line, though. That's the problem. If we could get somebody like even, what is it? These guys. These two guys. Neither one of these guys want to play second line. This should be a +3 line here with the defensive defenseman and offensive defense. We just can't get anybody that wants to play the second line. Everybody's first liner bust. Kostopoulos might be a guy you consider walking out the door at an offensive defenseman. Top 4 medium D right there. Yeah, he could be at one as well there. We could really consider leaving. The problem is we do have to keep some lower, overall defensemen. We're not going to be able to sign all these other guys. Gianta looking like one of those guys who won't be able to sign, but he's got 3 years left. We don't have to worry about that for a while. And maybe Modine's the guy we trade, a two-way defender. He fits better on these lines than the other Kostopoulos does, though. But Modine won't want paid, though, right? We'll see. We'll see. For now, we're going to leave it like this. We got to monitor this very close. I don't think we can. The reason I want to keep Modine is to get that progression going still. We got to monitor it very, very closely. He's in the right role. He's a +7 now. Montour's +22. Kostopoulos +10. Gianta -15. They're going to give him the AHL stats in his NHL. Poor kid. +17 for Hagman. And man, the big addition in Rasmus Dahlin from last episode. We're going to see the things he can do for this team. We go to the AHL. Whoops. We go to the NHL here on offense. We have Lafreniere, Byfield, and Laine. We have Shingtime, Seshnikov, and Kostasin. We have, again, Savoie here, Foligno, and Hornquist. Foligno's been making this line work. He could go down a line if we wanted to, and we may switch him out. But for now, we're going to leave him where he is. Frederick going to play center here with the 84 draws on the bottom 6 there, +9. We have -2 in Pearson and -3 in Ferland. Again, the bottom 6 we're going to watch out here for. And that defense. But here we go, ready to go. Tynan 916 on his season, 84. Why is he not progressing anymore? I guess, not, again, 84 will be content with it because it's not going to cost us as much at the end of the day. Big signing there in Savoie. We keep him, who knows? Eventually, we're going to have some cap issues here, I imagine, coming up very shortly, but let's do it. Blue Jackets, all right, Blue Jackets, wrong team. Senators, Blue Jackets, baby. Playoff time, let's go. Let's go, Blue Jackets. But anyway, Ottawa Senators. Team that's not in the playoffs, but they kind of did win playoffs. They really didn't. They almost lost playoffs technically. They were lottery playoffs there, but they made it work. So we have Brandon Carlo and Pavel Zacha. How about no? How about no? We're gonna have some trades pop up here. I don't think anybody's gonna hand us a Rasmus Dahlin like Buffalo did anymore. We're not gonna be that lucky. But you know what? We can hope. Speaking of Dahlin, there he is. I lied. These guys only won a third and a third. Buffalo, your asking price is way too high for Dahlin. Wow, unreal. He's fleeced us. McCabe, not looking forward to it because we are not giving up a first-round draft pick. That's just not going to happen. Maybe we should have gotten gutsy when we struggled earlier and just went out and said, you know what, we're having a bad start to the season. Let's trade our draft pick away while it's got some value. Ooh, that would have been greasy right there. But here we go. And we're entering March. L to the Capitals. That's going to be a tough team. We might see them in a conference finals if we're lucky enough to make it. L to the Detroit Red Wings. Big dub there against the Islanders. Big stretch of games here. If we can pick some dubs up here, that'd be great. There's a W against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Another one there against the Carolina Hurricanes. Trying to get up close to a 48-win season, maybe, if we can get it here. There's 43. It's going to be a tight division race here at the end, though. And I don't know why the Canadiens are the playoff team there, but they aren't. 46-24. 47-24. That should be a playoff spot. It is. There's the Montreal Canadiens. They squeezed in there. I think it was just bugged out there. I say they wasn't in a playoff spot, but the team below them was there. So 48, 24, and 10. Wow, they made playoffs with 90 points. Good for them. First things first is we want to check these lines out real quick because we want to see, before we forget, how these bad boys did. So -2 still for Savoie. They didn't change at all, did they? No, Foligno dropped to a -2, actually. And then a +6 for Hornquist. Hornquist dropped to a 79 overall. We're going to have to switch that lineup a little bit there. He's still +6, though. Pearson +3. Frederick +1. And Ferland a -1. So he helped that line out. No questions asked about it. But he is not, they ain't playing as many minutes as the third line. We got to focus on that third line first there. Savoie had the good defensive stats, right? That was him. Yeah, that was him. That was him. Perfect. Hornquist should be all right defensively. So we'll switch Frederick with Foligno. Give him a little less minutes there. Hey, maybe Foligno can bring that magic to the third line or fourth line. He was playing well there for a good stretch of time there as far as the forwards are concerned. -6 out of line ace. I don't know why this first line is continuing to struggle to play defense, but they are. That is a thing. That is a thing over here for this team. How the defense did, big question here. Darlene, +7. 7 points in 14 games for this team. Not a point per game. He's logging some minutes, though. 26 of them. Hagman, 5 goals, 20 or 8. Why? Oh, we got playoff points again. Gosh dang it. Did I really just go through all that on playoff points again? Don't tell me. Don't tell me that's just what that was. Yeah, why do you do this? I can't believe we just doing that. Can't believe we just did that. It didn't happen, fellas. It didn't happen. Like, why do we got last season's playoffs? All right, so we'll go to the point screen here and look at regular season. Lafreniere, 96 points. Beautiful. 92 out of Byfield. Good luck. +35, +38, and +36. That is a lot better than the minuses we thought they had going on there. I'll tell you what, a little bit better. Plus, or 70 points out of Costasson, baby. What's he up to? 88 still. It's all right. He'll have a good postseason. I'll be great. Get that at 90. Shingers, what's he up to? 85. Seshnikov, 60 points. A little disappointing there. Second line, 27 goals though. 54 out of line. How did we almost miss that? Costasson's going to be a baller. 35 goals, 35 assists. Balance, 5 by 38 for Darlene, -0. There is Savoie, -7. So he did struggle. That was probably the right switch there. At a -7, that was worse than where they was, right? Frederick was a +8. Decent. -7 out of Hornquist. Yeah, so that's still the right decision, even though it was wrong there. Montour, +25. Foligno, +4. Modine, +13. So he still played well. Kostopoulos, it might have played better. I think it went higher, right? I think he was a +7. I want to say a +7 up to the +13 there. So that's good there. It sucks having to bench a guy like Dumoulin, but at the same time, he has, he's not really the future of this team. He's 33 years old. He's got what, 1 year? Yeah, it's just kind of a 1 year sign in play kind of deal for us there. So we don't really need him. Tanner Pearson, -4. Ferland, -3. Again, I'm liking the switch up there. Lindgren, +12. Gianta, +11. What a great start for his young career. 8, and there it is, too. The defensive defenseman, man's got 5 goals in 22 games. He's on pace for 20 a season. Those stats are just stupid ridiculous, and I am all for it. 91 on the shot. He's up to the 98 still there. I don't think anything really progressed for him. How'd the goaltending look on the season, though, fellas? We're talking 914 out of Tynan. Upgrade? No. They're not feeling it yet. 902 out of Domingue. Upgrade? Did he deserve one? No. We take a look. We respect you, Domingue. We appreciate your backup role for the season. How did Lafreniere do in the entire league, though? We'll take this take a peek here real quickly. Lead the league in points? It's possible. 107? No, it's not possible. Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid are still just killing everybody. 95 and 96. With all due respect, they are pretty freaking good at this game. Dylan Larkin. Detroit, what are you doing, Detroit? Detroit, you just went through this massive rebuild. Struggling galore. Didn't even know what the offensive zone looked like. Knew what the back of your own net looked like. And you traded away Dylan Larkin? Did they trade him or let him walk? I can't believe that. That's crazy that they didn't keep Dylan Larkin. And they're regretting it now. 102 points. Sagan at 98, even at 33. It was a high-scoring season here for everybody, it looks like. Really high-scoring season. So Lafreniere was right there at 96, I guess. Even Landeskog had a good season. Yamamoto finally progressing. He must have been playing with McDavid and Draisaitl. He's just getting free points over there. 93 of them. Yeah, 65 assists. Sounds like it. There's Byfield up there. Marner with 92. Tuvo up there. Pettersson playing good ball. Hooch still doing good. Anybody new in there? Dylan Strom, Sam Steele. I think that is, yeah, Sam Steele. Good season for him, point per game. Kubalik. Hey, Kubalik. You should know his name because you just ran a train all over those Edmonton Oilers in that first game of the playoffs there. Kubalik. Ovi's still killing it. Here we go, though. It is playoff hockey for these Ottawa Senators. We got some high expectations here. Actually, it's not playoff hockey time. We got to see how these standings look here real quickly. Make sure we're not, playing anybody too hot here, Montreal. We don't win the division. I want to say we're still short. Yeah, Tampa went. Ottawa was us. And Montreal is the 3rd seed. So it was a weaker division really there. So we'll see how this goes. Boston didn't quite make it. I want to see how the Caps did. 109. I knew they had a good season. I shouldn't say weak with 113 points out of the Lightning, but that'll be our second round matchup to be a little intimidating. Minnesota doing great. Obviously, Edmonton. How did Detroit do? Detroit still last place. I don't know why. You just traded away your best or didn't re-sign. Whatever happened there, you got rid of your best player. I just can't figure out why Detroit's still cellar dwelling here. I just can't put 2 and 2 together there, fellas. Not sure what the reasoning there is, but here we go. Montreal in game number 1. We have a big fat L, 7-3. Hello, fellas. We're going to play a little bit better than that if we want to go to the second round. Just going to throw it out there. Just gonna throw it out there. There's a big overtime loss in game number 2. We go into the Montreal Canadiens. Here we go. We're going to jump into this one. Maybe we change the luck around a little bit if we sim up the first period just like that. 1-0 Modine. Good thing we kept him in the lineup. There he is on Thatcher Demko. Another goal there. This time Modine again. Good thing we got him in the lineup. Man is a goal-scoring machine when we hit postseason there. Up by 1 against these Montreal Canadiens. There's a big save there by Demko, isn't it? Right in front of him. Good for them. Power play Senators. Nothing doing. They're going to give up a short-handed goal. Or right off the power play by Lukashev on Tynan. It's a 2-2 game. Next goal could win this one. Unfortunately for Ottawa, if it comes from Montreal, this next goal could just get pretty ugly because they're going to be down 3-0 in the series in our first round. He was not expecting that with this team. We may have to beef up that bottom six even more. If that's the case, there's the goal though. Thankfully, Ottawa, Patrick Laine picking up the goal. Ottawa back within 1. That's what we needed to see here in this series. So that is good there by these Ottawa Senators. Here we go. Game number 2 in Montreal. Yes, sir. All right, get the period over with. Big scoring period. Gianta, Laine, and Svechnikov for Goudreau. Goudreau over there in Montreal on Tynan. All right, period 2. Let's do it. 4-4. Woods defense, fellas. We're going to start playing it. Maybe a little bit. Nope, they're saying nope. That's 5-5. Oh, 5-5. They got it right back. Fleury and Modine. Is that Modine got the hat trick in this game? Or is that last game I'm thinking of? Modine is killing it. Modine is having himself a postseason on the bottom line, by the way. Out there logging 10 minutes. He just goes in there and scores goals when he plays. You know why? That's why they're giving up so many. Every time he's in there, he's at the blue line, holding his stick up, tapping it, waiting for the 1-T. Meanwhile, the puck's in the defensive zone. He's like, oh, you boys coming? Boys coming anytime soon? That's it. Montreal is going to pick up the dub. Wow. Lehkonen. Not good. Not good. Down 3-1. Down 3-1. And I'm going to start questioning Modine now. What do we talk about Modine in these playoffs? We can't afford a first-round bounce with this team. We're going to take a look. We're going to have to work on a bottom 6 next season. Modine -2 at 3 goals. Yes, sir. Yes. The whole team's struggling, though, to be fair. Everybody's a minus right now. Modine's still, he's too hot, right? 3 goals, you take him out like that? I don't think it's a good idea there. Just because of that. I could put him Lindgren or Wall if we wanted to. Or Dumoulin. I like the Dumoulin ad, though. I think Dumoulin's a good presence there. We might do Dumoulin there. I don't know if he wants to play on this line. That's the problem. I don't really care if he wants to play on this line. Montour needs to go back up a line. I don't know why we put him on the 3rd line, and that was a mistake in the first place. We'll put him there. But Kostopoulos here, the offensive defenseman, and we'll put him with Dumoulin. And maybe that'll make things right. Offensive defensive defenseman pairing there. +1. We'll see what that does. The last second changes. Coach is upset. It's 3-1. We're down in this series. We're making changes. We're changing up the lines. We're shaking things up. And we're hoping for the best here. And in Ottawa Senators W. And it's not going to happen. The first round bounce. Noted for the boys. We got to do a better job of building depth, I guess, around this team. Again, that's a little disappointing there to see us bounce in the first round. Something. Was it last year, 2 years ago, though? We made that Stanley Cup appearance. Got to start putting things together here for the fellas. We got to get that chemistry up. And I think, again, the coaching staff, for whatever reason, we just can't buy a coach that agrees with our defense and offense. And that's what's killing us here. Even with the coach we have now. Because we had a coach that wants to play, what? Everybody wants to play on the first line. Montreal's going to win the cup. So we did lose to the Stanley Cup winners. Montreal played very well. We shouldn't be too upset about it for that reason. The fact that Montreal did win the Stanley Cup. That is, something to be, look at the bright side. It struggled, maybe. Or is Montreal just playing really good puck when we got to the end of the season here? That could have been the case instead here. We'll take a look at the awards here. We're talking Montreal Stanley Cup winner, of course. Draisaitl, the Art Ross. McDavid, the Hart. Hamilton, that's ironic. They gave it was just picking and choosing between the two. James Norris, Dougie Hamilton, Lady Bing McKinnon, Kolzig with the quarter. Kolzig, there's a name. Conn Smythe for Demko. Vezina to Tynan. Oh, Tynan! Congrats on a Vezina, buddy. Bob Dylan, congrats on a Masterton. I feel like you get it all the time. Brendan, that is. Jack Peely, or Jack Adams to Pelly. Franklin J. went to Barkov. Couturier, Bergeron, and Bergeron. We've seen those names quite a few times. Ted Lindsay, McDavid, Hooch with the Maurice Richard there. So even with all those goals this season, Laine came up just a bit short of winning the Maurice Richard there. We will take a look at the progress reports real quickly here. 93 overall for Liney, 91 for Lafreniere, 90 for Dahlin. So that's good to see there. Costason's up to the 89. Hagman up to the 89. He's going to want paid. Byfield 87, Tynan 85, Shingtime 85. We're talking 83 for Montour, 83 for Frederick. He didn't really grow at all there in the postseason when we brought him up. Well, we wouldn't bring him up. We traded for him. My bad. We're talking Gianta, 83. He didn't really progress to the playoffs there. He's a lead with a potential one down to low. Oh, he already was low. That's right. That's right. Maybe he's a better guy to let see in the AHL a little bit longer. We're gonna do the draft next episode. I want some guys' thoughts again. I want some thoughts. I'm trying to make sure we're doing this right. Was that the right call? Bringing Gianta up there, or is that not the right? He played well. 11 points, 5 goals, 3 assists. You looked at the way he played. So should you have let him stay in the AHL a little bit longer with the way he is, progressing down there is the question. Lindgren, Dumoulin down here, Furlan, Kostopoulos didn't really progress much, a little bit. 80 overall, he's got, top 4 defenseman potential. He might be the guy that has to go next. I don't think he fits on this team, right? Chemistry, I'm not going to see chemistry from there. I'm trying to think if he was the guy that struggled chemistry-wise. We did move him down a line. But again, we got to keep some younger guys that want, paid cheaper for the long run as well, that are going to be able to be affordable for this team. We just got to find guys. Again, I want to hear the coaching thoughts. Do we keep rinse recycling coaches until eventually we find one that fits the chemistry well? I feel like it wasn't a bad one this year. I thought we had good chemistry on the offensive side, but we got the defense, and it was literally big swinging. It was hit or miss. Either it was a first-line guy, or it was just all over the place. Nobody wanted to play. It was 1 or 2 guys, I think that was it. But an A-plus coach, I don't know how much better you can get than that, right? A-pluses across the board. I think he helped this team grow a little bit. I mean, I'd say how much better can you get, but we lost in the first round of playoffs and didn't even crack 50 wins. So we'll see there. Again, Dahlin, Hagman, love playing for this guy. Let me know what you guys are thinking. As for this video, though, guys, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.